Hello, this month I'm here with you to talk about printing with foam sheets. My name is Sam Robson, aka Lymphoma Lass, and I thought it was time to do a little printing in preparation for Christmas cards. For this project I use some cheap EVA foam sheets which are usually used for children's crafting, some ballpoint pens, one I'd run out of ink on, some Q-tips, some scissors, various pieces of paper cut to certain sizes, some printing ink and some acrylic paint are also possible options to use. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up my EVA foam so it's postcard size, and I've just done this by using a postcard size pad, and then I'm going to cut the EVA foam to the size I want. If you cut the foam to the size you want, you're going to print to, you find it's much easier to manage. It's very soft, so one advantage of using EVA over lino is that apart from your scissors, you need to use sharp tools. So it's a really great project to do with children. Now I'm going to use, so you can see what I'm doing, a pen with some ink in, but normally I use a pen without ink in it to make my scoring lines that are going to be white when I print the EVA up with ink, when I ink it up and then print with it. So I'm going to do, for this project, just some holly, and using quite a lot of pressure I'm making the holly leaf, or leaves. And it's just run out of ink, but that is basically because it's getting absorbed by the foam. So these blocks I'm going to print with won't last as long as lino cut blocks would, but as I say, the advantage is that you don't have to use sharp cutting tools. So this is a lovely project to do with children. I'm going to do a very simple design today, and then what I'm going to do to make it even bolder is I'm going to cut round the outside of the leaf like that. So I've cut out my holly and I'm just checking it fits on the circle of watercolour paper I'm going to print on, just about. I'm going to print on reverse because this grainy texture on the front means that your print comes out grainy, and I want mine more smooth. If you do print on the grainy side, as I did for a couple of my test prints with other shapes, you can always use, because I'm using watercolour inks, you can always use, if you use watercolour printing, block printing inks, you can use a little water and a watercolour brush to just smooth that effect out, and that can be quite attractive when you have a grainy part of your print, like I had the inside of my robin was grainy. So you can see the inside of my robin is grainy, but I've just used a bit of water and a watercolour brush to smooth the outside, the background. And similarly with my deer, which is actually on the non-grainy side, I've just used water and a watercolour brush to smooth the foreground and the sky, and then I'm leaving the mountains in this more textured effect. So my next step is to ink up my block, and I'm going to ink it up with some water-based block printing ink, and I'm going to actually ink it on a piece of kitchen towel to keep my surface nice and clean. So to start with, you squeeze out some of the printing ink, and then you roll it with a with a roller, sorry, to get it a bit smoother. And when you've got the right amount on your roller, you can roll out the ink on your foam shape, getting, if you want an even coverage, you don't have to get an even coverage. Then what I do is I carefully decide where I want my circle to go. I place it down. You could just use a wooden spoon to smooth it now, but I've got a lino cut set and it comes with a little brayer. And the brayer, all the tools are kept inside the lino cutter. But you could just use a spoon for this, and you could use acrylic paint instead of block printing ink. So the grand reveal, and voila, there we go. And then what I want to do is I want to put some berries on it. So to do that, I'm going to squeeze out a bit of red printing ink onto the edge of my tray that I'm rolling out my ink on. I'm going to take a Q-tip, cotton bud, and dip it in that. And there you go, that's my topper, the top thing I'm going to stick on the top of my greetings card, ready for Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed this. My name is Sam Robson Acker Lymphoma Lass. Please feel free to follow me on YouTube, and the links also to my monthly newsletter where I share these kind of ideas is available in the narrative, the comments beneath this video. Sorry, I'm rather tongue twisted today. Anyway, bye for now.